you know?
Yeah, I think they're just so long as you did not throw out the stuff inside. Did you take a shower today?
Oh my God, I did. It was so good.
You loved it.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe no one's here yet.
They're all at the jungle, hanging out with Monica,
Maybe. They may be hanging out the jungle.
supporting their Sangha friend. Is it on?
Mm-hmm.
So she's staring at my face right now.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no one watching.
But it is recording.
But it doesn't have any sound because I don't have the mic on.
Perfect.
There was a couple girls today in the store that had a ring light.
They had a ring light with them?
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
I thought of you.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. How you going? How are you? Good. Good to see you.
Okay.
That's it.
What's up, dude?
I like meeting you.
Oh,
Good. So what's going on? What's going on with the body these days? What are you feeling?
My whole left side of my body has forever. It's fine for the right side of my body, but I've got like a slew of lifelong injuries on the left side.
Interesting.
You do have,
You don't have.
I do, you did. Well, I feel like they get better
Yeah.
when they flare back up.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Okay. All right. Is it more on the back side of the body?
It's more on the front side.
On the front side?
My like left heavy bicep, but then also like my left knee. But
Cool.
I swam my whole life.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Is this the first time you're doing that?
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever caught as a swimmer. Were you really?
Yeah.
What was your stroke? It's a breaststroker and an IM.
Oh my God.
Are you also a breaststroker?
I was. That's like a 200. Are you a 100? Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem a little more sprinty than
Yeah, definitely. It's so funny. Yeah, I swam all through college, pulling my shoulders out.
Nice. Yes.
Like true college swimmer.
Where'd you go to school?
Fairfield.
Nice.
Yeah. And then my knee always kind of like sucked his brush.
The whip.
Yes, the whip. And then 2 summers ago, I had a bike injury. I like fell off my bike and my wheel went into my left knee.
The inside of it?
Inside of it, yeah. So it was like bruised really badly all throughout here. And then I think my like ankle got twisted up in it too. So like my whole alignment of this whole thing is like alignment normally is like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Where it's like this is comfortable.
Good luck.
I'm ready. We're gonna fix you in the next 30 minutes. No, cool. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do some slide glide work, so if you wanna open your blanket actually, so you can lay down on it. We'll just go through some things. The knees, the ankles. I got a lot of knee ankles myself. I played soccer. Yeah. So, yeah. I sprained my
Miles and miles and miles.
tore both ACLs. Oh, sprained my ankles thousands of times. I can't even tell you stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So,
yeah,
morning.
I didn't blow my shoulders out though, so that's nice. Although there's a little shoulder stuff too, a few subluxations, but nothing major, not like the repetitive stuff that you sort of just go through. Easy wire. So we'll just come down to your back, relax, just arrive, let your body, just soften into the floor. I don't know that anyone's actually watching YouTube, but I guess I should turn this microphone on. Nope, just talking into the ether, but that's okay.
Somebody got it.
So just using this time in Shavasana to really empty. So for you, that's taking a few deep breaths, and then expelling the air, allowing the belly to soften completely. And I've been thinking a lot about voluntary tightness in the sense where we may not notice it consciously, but once we do notice it, we can release. So scan the body and see if there's anywhere that you might be holding on subconsciously, and ask if you can release. And then just taking note if there might be some involuntary tightness, which it sounds like there is in many spots, that you probably won't be able to release, but at least just kind of trace it in your mind's eye. Just knowing and understanding. Where those places are. Sounds like you're pretty familiar. Is the one ankle turned out, one the other, one hip sitting a little higher? How are the shoulders resting on the floor? Does your head tend to lean one way or the other? I really tend towards my left ear, towards the ground slightly, versus my right. To your right.
I think my right side is actually tighter.
But you feel it in the left. Nice. Well, you know your signature shape, as we call it. It's important. It's like one of the biggest steps towards giving the body an opportunity to heal is knowing and understanding that that stuff is there. So many people walk around and they know they're not comfortable, but they don't actually know or recognize what's going on. So super simple. Just start with some up slip, down slip. So you should be familiar with this. But feet about hip distance apart, toes towards the ceiling. And on the inhale, you can flex the right toes towards the ceiling and just press away towards the belt straps with the inner edge of the heel. And then fully exhale, let it go, let it all soften. Let the foot be loose and flat. And then when you're ready, take it to the other side. So inner edge of that left heel, press away. And exhale. When you're ready to let it go, I'll just let you slide back and forth a few times on your own pace, on your own breath. starting to pay attention to what else engages in the body, just even during this very slight, small movement. And as we go through, just remembering not to press too hard through the edges, or not, like we're flexing the toes, but there's no need to like overwork. Strike that balance between engaging, but also trying to keep things soft. Just when you're ready, let it all go, let the feet turn out naturally. Drop down and rest. So the pause in this work is so important. It gives you the opportunity to just notice and sense and feel what a movement produces, what a movement stirs up, what the aftertaste of it is. So even when you're going through the movement that I've offered, feel free to pause along the way, anywhere. All right, let's bring our arms out to a T. Let's work on that bicep a little bit. So yeah, let's bring the hands a little closer to the hips. That's like a back wide. Yeah, that's better. That was a really wide wide, but that makes sense, swimmer. All right, so super simple on the inhale, just opening the right palm nice and wide, stretching the fingers and sliding the back of the arm towards me, towards this direction. And then exhaling to let it all soften, let it go. And then when you're ready, taking it to the left side, back of the hand stays heavy on the floor, arm stays heavy on the floor. Really allow the head and the neck to be loose and soft as much as possible. See if you can work maybe 20% less. Just noticing the differences between left and right. Which hand feels looser, which hand feels tighter. Noticing the back of the right hand comes off the floor a little bit on the reach. Is that the same on the left? And let's just go one more time on each side. If that's something you want to do. Then you can just rest. So let's bring those arms to that goal post position. So elbows bent. The blocks for you here. Just gonna put your glasses just on that side. Good. All right. So we're gonna do climbing up the ladder. So on an inhale, as the right arm, hand slides to reach behind you, that right heel is gonna engage and press towards that belt strap wall. So just like the first up slip, down slip. And then you'll come to a point where whatever is comfortable, however far you want to extend that arm. Listen to your body, don't push it. And then when you exhale to drop back to neutral, you just slide the arm back down and let the leg go. And when you're ready, just take it to the left side. So left foot engages, toes to the ceiling, inner edge presses away as the left arm begins to reach back. See if you can imagine in the mind's eye that line of muscle tissues that connects the bottom of that left heel all the way to the palm of your left hand. And then just sliding back and forth on your own time, your own pace. When you're ready and done on that left side, you can just bring your arms back down, resting, feet relax, legs relax. Just noticing what's going on in there now. Any changes, tingling, any warmth you may have created, pulsing. So, I'm gonna go back down to the legs a little bit here. So leaving the legs super soft, just as they are. Feet are kicked out, just hanging out naturally for yourself. All right, so on the inhale from the inner edge of the right thigh, I want you to begin to roll the thigh down towards the ground. So the inner edge of the thigh begins to roll. Nice, from that hip joint. Good. And then exhale to soften and let it go. And whenever you are good, just moving on to that left side, so the inner edge of the left thigh begins to roll towards the floor. And you've got a lot of range there on both sides. So just kind of toggle a little bit and just ask yourself, do I need to go that far? Does my body want me to go that far? I'm not saying the answer is yes or no, I don't know the answer. But just, yeah, do a little research for yourself. So the next thing, come to the right side. And even let's bring your fingertips to those bony hip points. And then just crawl those fingertips up a little bit and then in towards your belly button. So you're kind of floating like just above the belly button and just below the ribs. All right, so I want you, it's kind of maybe tough to imagine, but you're very aware of your body. So imagine that part of, so it's like one side of the six pack, that would or would not be there, right? So on the right side. So imagine the inner edge of that six pack is what's engaging and rolling the leg inwards. Does that make sense? So see if you can move from that space to roll the leg. And just noticing how that might change engagement for you. And then releasing from that space. And then trying it on the left side. So the inner edge of that left transverse abdominis.
Closer to the belly button.
Yeah, a little closer to the belly button. Yeah, it's almost like that space, like from an inch above the belly button to like that space between your belly button and your hip point. It's really using your psoas to.
Yeah, it's much harder, but it feels better with my legs.
Does it?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's like it's moving all as one more than.
Good. That's awesome. I love that you can feel that. What's that?
It's a lot harder.
Yeah, it is a lot harder. But there's no pain involved. It's just work.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, and then the next time you come to the right side, reach and slide that right heel away. And you don't really have to point the toes up, just like slide that heel away and then rotate the leg from that same space. See what that changes.
Yeah, my glutes are involved.
Mm-hmm.
They were just not before.
Right?
Which is wild.
Pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the glutes should be involved. Like, not necessarily in the movement that, like, certainly not in the first movement that we're asking you to do, but like in the overall movement of one's leg, your glutes should be involved.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? You're welcome to grab a blanket or a mat and just,
There's
Roll it
mostly
out.
just for the meditation.
cool, no worries.
Just got to-
Yeah, rest, relax, let your body drop. That's like my obsession right now, I do it all the time.
Yeah. Now I'm like gonna be walking, thinking about all the muscles that aren't engaged.
Good, that's how it should be. It's
Yeah.
like, you don't want it to be like a crazy obsession, which I think I get into sometimes. But it also like keeps me from, my mind's like wandering to stuff that is really just detrimental to, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's bring the right foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. And arms out to the side, so just really feel that for yourself, yeah. Like, what is it for the arms to be straight out from the shoulders versus what is more common for you probably is up a little higher. All right, so on the inhale, just pressing into the inner edge of that right foot and swinging the right knee across the midline of the body. Lower right back, so across the body of the body. And then the lower right hip is going to lift off the floor a little bit, slight arch in the low right back. And at whatever point you reach that apex, maybe pause for a moment, and then just exhale, let it all drop back down. Just 4 or 5 times on your own time. Outer edge of the foot, like depends on how hard you wanna, or how far you wanna take it, but the outer edge of the foot can certainly come up off the ground. And then when you're at the apex of the movement the next time, if you want to press the right kneecap towards the belts slightly, and just see what that feels like for you. Just gives a little extra gas to the movement. You can just let that right leg come along, pause for a few breaths before taking it to the left side. On your own time, whenever you're ready. No rush whatsoever. Just go about 5 or 6 times. And if at whatever point you want to add that kneecap press on your own, go for it. There's no rush, but whenever you're ready, we'll actually bring the right foot to the floor as well. Mostly just for time purposes. Alright, so hands interlaced behind the head. We'll go spinal undulation too. So on the inhale, backs of the arms press into the floor while the low back arches. And on the exhale, keeping the head nice and heavy in the hands. Drawing the elbows together, rounding the spine. Drawing the tail towards the heels. Hips can stay heavy on the floor, don't work too hard. And then when you're ready, inhaling to arch. Allowing the head to be soft, chin probably tipping a little bit towards the ceiling of the arch. And the chin, obviously, it's going to be drawn towards your chest a bit as you ground. So when you arch, think about lengthening the front of the belly in that same space we were moving from, as opposed to arching the back. Just see how that might change it for you. And then the last couple, if you want to take the elbows, draw them towards one hip or the other. And then come back to neutral, take the elbows towards the other hip. Finding different angles. At whatever point you're ready, yeah, swoosh the legs, do whatever last movements you feel like you might want. And then we'll just bring the legs long, arms back down by the side, coming into our final Shavasana. Just sense, feel, listen to what's going on right now. What might be alive that wasn't before. If it feels good for you, taking a deep inhalation through the nose, filling the low belly, pausing at the top for a moment. And then full exhalation out, allowing the belly to soften. And if you want to do that 1 or 2 more times, please do. Taking all the time you want, we are in no rush whatsoever. If you want to move around a little bit for yourself, continue to move. Hope that was helpful. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. How's it going? I'm Laura.
I'm John, I've been to one of the meditation
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
familiar.
Cool. Cool, well, welcome back.
So I think if you were guiding.
Okay. We still are.
We're still here.
We're not going anywhere. We're constantly moving spaces, but
Yeah.
hopefully not anymore. We like this spot. It's home.
It's maybe a small saga we have yet.
Oh, excellent. Nobody was watching. Because I totally forgot to do any of the stuff. It was just in one-on-one with Tara.
They were just watching.
doing it. They were just watching me talk.
See where you. Oh.
Yeah, it's like,
Please
you
don't.
can use the word.
Yeah.
Anything you need. So yeah, cushions, if you prefer a chair, we can have a chair. We're gonna use little cushions. Yeah.
So what I found for
Really drive us to walk. Usually have
the injuries is that so much of it is about, so we call them bondas. Have you heard that word? Courts probably refer to it, but anyway, it's essentially referring to the space that exists in between your joints. So where the leg bone here comes down to your ankle, it shouldn't be bone to bone. There should be space there. And so the more space we can create in there, the better. And so it starts from the foot joint, the ankle joint, and then you also have another one in your knee. You got one in your hip. You got your diaphragm, which acts also as a banda, because it lifts the spine up. And then shoulders and jaw. And actually there's one right here too, which is super cool. I was cool with that. But yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The one-legged stuff, work that we do in quartz classes and just really pressing down and lifting up as much as you can. And it takes time because it's those lines, the muscles need to be long in order to create that space. But they also need to have the strength to be able to hold you up, if that makes sense, to lift. And so that work with the ups and downs stuff is awesome because it out of gravity without compressing the spine, it compresses the joints. Yeah, exactly.
I remember in
You
my
might have
membership, my mom was having me do a foam roller,
Okay.
down,
All right.
cool, on my shoulder.
That's
I feel
cool.
like that's
Interesting. That's fun.
Yeah, she
We committed now, Kelly.
be up by.
Yeah.
We committed that.
Yeah.
There was a-
Yeah.
So it's where we're not.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Right. But it's if you think about it, if you're being
Yeah.
lifted,
Documents.
for instance, your rabbits or something,
Yeah.
but you don't have the floor to press down into, it's you're
Yeah,
still
we did.
compressing. So it's those
It's
opposite
kind of once
forces
a month-ish,
Is
yeah,
what
the next one is Saturday.
creates the space of the joint
Yeah.
to be
Yeah,
able
it's
to
really, I
glide.
really love this one.
Oh,
It's really good book,
It's
so.
wild that you can
Easy read. Chill.
You can. I am I'm living proof that you can.
Yeah, it's my knees, it's sometimes I can feel it going.
Yeah. That's
I don't know what they're doing for decisions.
But it is
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
crazy because they're always oh, you need surgery,
it
let's
just
go.
depends on, I mean, usually hang around,
And
we're
I
not able to eat.
Like 15.
Yeah, pretty average.
I mean, I
Kind
do
of
think
anywhere between
it's cool to know what's going on in there.
3 to 45.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
45
It's
one
cool to
time.
know what's going on in there. It's sometimes surgery is necessary, for sure.
We've had our smaller
I know that.
space too.
And
We
I
were.
really believe in the body's ability to heal if you're doing stuff,
Oh, great.
you know,
It just
So,
random. I was
lengthening those
one of our
lines
members, it was.
I imagine you, like, the left side is just like, you know, it's just going down a little bit, like the ankle, the space your ankle joints.
I'm
just-
so bad. It's
Compress.
like these things. At 45, like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. See, but you notice
Always
that.
different
Yes.
faces.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And mostly on the
Yeah.
left side, like,
It's true.
my left foot.
Oh, the budget
It
maybe.
really is, I mean, it looks the same, but like, feeling it, yeah, it's excellent. Both ACLs, no, they're like three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Surgery, yeah,
it's a nice place just to hang out.
so a lot of scars.
Really cool,
So
nice
any of
people.
the stuff you've done, like, you're gonna have scar tissue, whether
Ah,
it's just like,
Well.
especially like even.
I
I think we can have like a nice, you know,
really
I
cozy
think we can
intimate.
be cozy tonight. I think we can be a little closer. You can be anywhere you want.
So
Anytime.
Yeah, fun, thank you. So, yeah, I had fun.
Anytime, May is always hit or miss. And anytime the weather's nice. Yeah, it's hit or miss. So, you know,
Hello.
we just see what happens. Great, take that wall. I know, I wish we had backjacks. We need to have a place to store backjacks.
if I brought a steamer, would you let me?
Yes, you can.
You're the best, Jasmine.
I can't do it.
I would love for you to steam that. Yeah. This place is your place too.
Thank